Hello, Whimsicals! I hope you're all doing well. Getting through your art projects? Make sure to make time to draw for yourselves too. Welcome to another time-lapse video. In this video, I am working on a special piece for the Do Good zine on Tumblr. This is a special art zine revolving around Cardcaptor Sakura Clow card The Flower. Did you know that bees are responsible for 1 in 3 bites of the food you eat? Some experts say 1 of every 3 bites of the food we eat depends on them. These insects pollinate everything from apples and zucchinis to blueberries and almonds. This is something I didn't quite know about. But hey, you may be wondering, Victoria, why are you bringing this up? Well, all the proceeds earned from this zine will be donated to the organization called Give Bees a Chance, where the money is used to help protect and preserve honeybees and working to get rid of the colony collapse disorder, which is destroying the bee population. The colony collapse disorder is a phenomenon that occurs when the majority of worker bees in a colony or hive disappears, leaving behind the queen, food, nurse bees, and baby bees without the mature worker bees to bring nectar and pollen back to the hive. Hence, the hive collapses. The colony collapse disorder was first identified back in 2006. It is believed the 2 major culprits seem to be 1, the overuse of pesticides, more specifically insecticides, which is designed to kill insects. Those are being used to fend off mites, fungi, and other intruders from the hives. Can make it difficult for bee colonies to breed and resist disease. And 2, attacks from pesticides, especially the deadly flora mites and pests, such as small hive beetles and wax moths. But the colony collapse disorder remains 2 growing new theories that may or may not solve the issue, such as climate change. No matter what the cause of colony collapse disorder, in the end we need to work together to save the bees. I firmly agree with this cause. So I was quite excited to be a part of this project. Unfortunately, the release of the zine is postponed, but as soon as it goes up and running, I'll link it down below and on my Instagram and Twitter and whatnot. But I'll also put links in the description box to learn more about the organization, the colony collapse disorder, and facts about how bees are helpful to us. Now onto the art itself. I've always been a huge Cardcaptor Sakura lover, ever since I was a little girl watching it on TV right after school. So I was so thrilled to be doing this piece for the flower zine. The flower Clow card has always been one of my favorite Clow cards among the fight, the watery, the arrow, the dash, the light, the dark, and the bubble Clow cards, just to name a few. I used to own the Clow card book that came with all the Clow cards in it when I was a little girl. I wish I still had it though. But I still do have the wand that Sakura uses. There were 2 main inspirations for this piece. The first inspiration for this piece is my obsession with ballet. I've always found ballet to be a beautiful art form since I was a little girl, attending all the school field trips to watch ballet performances, such as the Nutcracker and Swan Lake. It was just so beautiful. I can't get enough of it. I'm like really waiting for an anime about ballerinas. And yes, I have seen Princess Tutu. I love Princess Tutu. I just need more. Anywho, with my ballet obsession kick, I wanted to combine that with the flower card, since she is always seen dancing cheerfully. And the second main piece of inspiration for this piece is the flower Clow card design from the manga. I've seen that most of the flower Clow card artwork and cosplays is mostly of the flower design from the anime. And if you don't know or are not a fan of Cardcaptor Sakura, first of all, check it out if you're not a fan, because it's amazing. But in the manga, the flower card's design is a bit different than in the anime. In the manga, the flower card still has a dress ensemble, but not quite like a ball gown as in the anime. But with her dress ensemble, she also has pants on. which I found it to be so cool. It's quite similar to the outfit that Sakura wore in the first movie. It's quite similar to that, which reminds me a lot of the Arabian Night version of the Nutcracker ballet. So that was my main inspiration for this piece. And it was quite a lot of fun to do, even though towards the end of working on this piece, figuring out how to do the fabric that overlays the pants, like the skirt of the dress, that gave me some trouble a bit. This particular piece took me a lot longer than I usually work. In total, it was about 17 hours spent on this piece alone, which is a lot for me because I generally take about 10 hours for digital pieces, but I did run into a few troubles along the way. The first trouble being the posture I chose to use, because I was going for more of a feel for starting the dance instead of doing a general dance like most pieces I've seen. It was my first time drawing a pose like this. It took a few trials and errors to figure out the proportions and the small foreshortenings of certain parts of this pose. But that's what I like doing. I like drawing poses that may be difficult or look really cool or unique. I just love doing different kinds of poses. This is what I like doing. I was able to find a reference picture to help me out, but I did take a lot of pictures of myself in the pose to figure out things that I couldn't find in the original reference picture. It is always super helpful to take your own reference photos to help you with the pose, especially if you have to use yourself or get someone that you know to help you out. It helps a lot. But I highly suggest and recommend to any artist trying to improve their art or just improve on working with human proportions, take life drawing classes. I've taken 2 myself and I've learned so much from simply observing the human figure in person. I learned so much about the human proportion, anatomy, and depending on the classes, you get to work with different variety of body types from the models, which is great because sometimes when you look for pictures on the internet, it's hard to find unique body shapes. So I highly recommend life drawing classes because they've helped me out so much. The other main trouble getting through this piece was the background. If you don't know, I generally don't do backgrounds because 1, I'm lazy when it comes to background, which is funny because when you look at the amount of detail I do, I guess I'm not that lazy, but with backgrounds, I tend to feel like I'm lazy. 2, I tend to lose focus and interest in finishing the background. And 3, I suppose I'm not nearly as confident in doing backgrounds as I am drawing the human figure, because I absolutely love drawing the human figure so much. It gives me so much joy in contrast to doing backgrounds. About backgrounds, not nearly as much. The main issue with myself doing backgrounds is think of something really amazing while also complementing the main subject of the piece, like not taking too much attention from it, but also not lacking. This is really hard for me personally. But I am slowly pushing myself and my boundaries to do more backgrounds. Like, I wouldn't get better and get myself doing backgrounds if I don't make myself do it and practice, right? Practice and experiment until it becomes a part of me. This is what I tell myself, at least. I admire so many artists who can create such beautiful pieces portraying the background. Like, I want to be able to do that too. Just gotta take small steps. In the end, I am glad I was able to create a background for this piece. It may not be at the level I would like it to be at yet, but it is progress. Appreciate the things you are able to create, but also appreciate, hey, this isn't great, but I learned so much from it, and in the next piece, I'll grow some more. Appreciate and learn what you need to grow on. Well, my gems and flowers, we're nearly reaching the end of this video. Feel free to follow any of my social media links for more art and updates. Links will be listed in the description box below, so please check that out. So here's the completed piece. If you happen to enjoy this video, please hit the like button below, but only if you want to. But it does help my channel out a lot if you choose to do it. And hey, why not click and subscribe to my channel for more art videos while you're at it? If you want, be a part of my lovely art family and let's help each other out. Until next time, stay magical.